dream come true.
Absolutely. That's the beauty of a recreational pond. We made incredible progress, and that's because we had an amazing team. So all the CACs that have come in from around the country, I know you're going to take this over the top.
Yeah, we've got big plans for this.
We're going to do it again next year. Everything's coming together here on the recreational pond build. So we have our team of CACs here that we talked about this morning. Everybody's doing an incredible job. We broke up into a series of teams. We started tackling all the individual pieces. So this whole beach entry, this is meant to mimic one of those little southwestern arroyos. So that's kind of a washed out area. Fast flowing water is going to go through it. It's going to deposit cobblestones and gravels and things like that. Big rock, got the log coming in here. We're also dropping in some of the different aquatic plants. These are just going to be strategically located just to highlight some of those big boulders and key areas. The reason we're doing that in a southwestern style water feature, you're not going to have an abundance of vegetation. So we're just doing it strategically in and around. It's going to be very sparsely vegetated. That's the look that the customer is going for. All right, so Tony and Brandon are working on getting the pumps installed. So these are our external pumps. We cannot have the pumps inside of the water body itself. We have a suction line that's coming from our pump vault. So that means all the water is going to get drawn into this little intake bay. It's going to get sucked down through all the rock and gravel as well as the aqua blocks. It's going to make its way into the pump vault. From there, it's going to come up through this pipe. It's going to work its way directly into the volute of the pump itself. So we have the main motor on one side. This is our discharge point. So these pumps can handle up to 3/4 inch solids, which will work fine for our application because remember, we're drawing all that water through the rock, gravel, and aqua blocks. So that's going to filter out all the large gross solids. Once the water gets into this, it's going to be discharged into these larger black pipes. We have two 3-inch flexible PVC lines. Those are going to be discharged strategically around the pond. This pump is going to run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So this pump is going to deliver water into two different areas. The wetland filter, which is responsible for the detoxification of all the water through that nitrification cycle. The other part of that piping system is going to discharge water into several different areas along the bottom of the pond, creating a series of jets. That's going to help with the overall circulation of the pond. The other larger pump is an 18,000 GPH pump. That pump is going to send water all the way to the very, very top, which is going to be the location of the highest waterfall. That pump is only going to be operational 25 to 30% of the time. So that's what we call a party pump. That's not necessary really for the functioning, it's more for the aesthetic value. It's going to add that extra aeration as well as the look and the sound that we all look for on any type of water feature that we're installing. We're in really, really good shape for tomorrow. We can do that late start. We'll get everything wrapped up here, and I think we're going to have a nice day tomorrow. So again, looking forward to having dinner with you guys and a few drinks later on this evening.
cool until they're not in that moment. And I'm perfect. So this is all I said. Wow.
We killed it yesterday. We made incredible progress, and that's because we had an amazing team. So all the CACs that have come in from around the country worked together, collaborated, had a good time, broke up into our individual teams to pull everything off. The few details that have to be taken care of today. So first things first, I got to make sure that this pond gets full of water. We're going to continue using the well to fill up our big holding tank. Then we'll pump the water from that into the pond as soon as it's ready. We'll be able to prime the pumps, get those ready for operation. I want to place a few more accent rocks in place. We're also going to kind of fine tune all the grading, bring in a little bit more soil, connect the lights, top it off with water, bring in the aquatic plants, and we are ready to fire this one up. That looks awesome. Great job, everybody. Perfect. All right, it is a wrap. It has been a phenomenal event. John, you've been an incredible host. Loved working with you, and it's because I love your passion and your vision. You know, I mean, just talking to you in the very beginning, and you were talking about growing up outside of St. Louis, hiking through the creeks and the woods. I did the exact same thing.
Absolutely.
Exact same thing. So replicating little miniature things like that is awesome. But you had some really cool stuff because you wanted a southwestern theme for your property. I mean, tell us a little bit about where that started.
Yeah, no, I know that that's kind of not what most people are doing when they're coming to Florida. They're thinking we're going to build this cool tropical pond, but we have a little teardrop camper, and we hook it up to the back of our Jeep, and we just drive, and we go see the Grand Canyon, or we go to Utah, and we love it. We love the orange rocks and the cactus and the lizards and everything, and we just wanted to bring a piece of that here.
To do what we do, I mean, I think it's the greatest thing ever, and I've seen your work over at the Alligator Farm, and you know, you've done some incredible exhibits out there, and it's the attention to the details. So I know you're going to take this over the top.
Yeah, we've got big plans for this.
Let's do a little bit of a walkthrough. You've got a little access point here, you know, for your steps.
So yeah, we'll come right out of the house, and we're already, you know, you basically walk into the pond. You guys started this a couple weeks ago, and we've been sitting out here in a lawn chair just looking at it because it's cool even when it's not
without water in it.
Right.
I know. I think some of my favorite spots is this kind of just like wash area.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, you got this big cypress log going all the way down, 18 feet long, all the way down to the bottom, hollowed out. You know, fish could kind of come in and out.
You know they will.
They will,
absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
They're going to be feeding. They're going to try to get out of the heat of the day.
Yeah.
I think it was just a neat transition. And then we got all this little cobblestone going down. Easy access for you, for animals. We just started playing around with different waterfall configurations. So I love that split. We got the logs coming in.
That's exactly the kind of thing you find in the wild, you know, and you can just go out there and say, wow, this is great. I'd love it to be in my backyard, and now it is. I made the mistake for years, and I know a lot of other people are. You go to make a waterfall, and you make it with all these small rocks. And that's not how waterfalls are created in the wild. They're made with big rocks.
Exactly.
And big rocks are hard to do without a team of people like you.
Jason, Sean, they brought in some incredible stuff for us. We've done a lot of different work with them over the years, so they kind of know what we're looking for in the different styles. But this is nice. It's rugged, the sandstone. We got different angles coming down. The sound is really good, and I cannot wait, like I said, to see what the entire building is done.
The waterfall there, you see a representation of the lizard that we hope to have out here. It's called a collared lizard.
I saw that.
So we got that in there, but eventually those guys will kind of have the roam of the place. They'll hibernate in here naturally. They'll get up under the rocks that you've developed, and they'll do their thing. We'll just kind of enjoy watching them do what they do.
That's exactly what we could hope for. Creating that ecosystem, that framework and the infrastructure to create a unique biological system, and this is like a little microcosm of life. It's been a great project. I'm a very tough critic on myself. I'm really happy with the outcome of this.
Well, so are we.
Awesome.
For sure.
I really appreciate your hospitality, and I look forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you so much. It's been wonderful.
All right.
You guys were a fan
fantastic group. Thank you everybody for being part of the 2021 Aquascape Winter Retreat St. Augustine. Who's ready to do it again next year?